Okay, so let's take a look at where we left off last time. We have a marble that'll move with the WASD keys. So let's go ahead and create a object that we can pick up. So I'm going to use ProBuilder for this. So I'm going to go to Tools, ProBuilder window, and I'm going to go to New Shape here. And what I can do for the shape is I can select any other one of these objects. Let's go with a cylinder. We'll make them almost like Mario coins. So I'm going to make that a little bigger. I'm going to hit E and set it up like this. Hit R, scale that out a little bit. Let's hit W, move this up a little bit like that. And let's go into vertex colors and let's go ahead and apply yellow there. Let's close these out. Now, what I'd like to do is something similar to what we did before with our asteroid shooting game is if our object, which is our sphere, collides with this. So let's go ahead and turn on convex and is trigger. We'll update the view. This is new. We're going to have a UI here, and it'll update the UI. So let's go ahead inside of our scripts folder. We're going to right-click, create another C# script, and we're going to call this pickup. And let's pause the video and fire off Visual Studio to open up our pickup script. All right, so a couple things we can do is we can start off by creating an integer called count and make this equal to 0. And we're going to make this public so we can see this update in our viewport as we move around. And if you recall from last time, and I'll put it a little bit up here, I'm going to start typing on trigger. And we use this as a if our, I'm going to hit tab twice to populate this, if our other object, which is a game object, and this time we'll use compare tag, is the same as marble. And that's the name of our marble player. Make this lowercase. We want to do something, right? And what I'd like to do, I'm not exactly sure why I'm getting an error here. We'll see in a second. Let me save this. Is I'm going to increment count by, you can say count equals count plus 1. A shorthand way of writing this is just writing count plus plus. So I'm going to go with the shorthand way. So let's go ahead and delete this out. So every time we collide, we're going to increment count by 1. And, if you recall, like this is public, so let's go ahead and save this and return to Unity. So let's make sure that our cylinder here, which I'm going to call pickup, has the pickup script. And come on, there we go. And it looks like we are not getting a public variable. So let's go back for a second and take a look in Visual Studio. Why? It might be because we set it to 0. Actually, it looks like I had an error, which was here. I forgot to put that second quote for the if next to my compare tag. So let's save that and let's go back to Unity. And you can see now we have count set to 0. So I'm going to go ahead and press play. And now when I move, I should be able to, there we go, 1, let's cross through it again, 2, 3. Now, one step I forgot to show you, because it was during the pause period, is under marble here, I go to tag, and I actually added a tag called marble by pressing plus. There's my marble tag. And then I went into my marble object here, and I selected marble. So sorry if that caused any confusion. Now, what I'd like to do is create a prefab of this. So I'm going to drag my pickup object, and then I just drag it into, well, let's do this right. Let's right click and create a folder called prefabs. Drag my pickup object, and that way we can use it for other games, into this pickup folder. And also, let's go ahead and add the ability, so like I can keep drag and drop these in and moving them around. Let's add the let's add it so that it destroys these objects. I can also hit Control D here and it'll duplicate the prefab. So here's our script. And actually, let's move our camera just a little bit here so we can see our complete game board. And let's save this. And let's go back to Visual Studio and let's destroy these objects after we run into them. All right, so what I'd like to do is, after it increments the count, I'd like to destroy game object. And the object that I want to destroy is this .game object. So it's the game object that this script is attached to. So let's give this a shot. Let's return to Unity. I'm going to go ahead and press play at the top. And as I run into these, you can see, boom, that one is destroyed. This one is destroyed. And this one is also destroyed. Now there's one key issue here. I'll let you take a look at this. That count variable is stored within each one of these pickup objects. So it's actually getting deleted as we pick those up. And I wanted to do that on purpose so that I can show you something important, which is you want to refactor your code and have anything that is like health bars or anything like that. You want it to exist within a sort of a game manager or UI manager that's going to control that. And we'll take a look at how to do that in the next video.